Wayne. Okay, so Wayne Skivington is going to be the first one. Just a little background on him. Like I said, he does a show out here in Vegas. He was recently on Titan Games with the Rock, so that was big. Is that still going, Wayne? Or
It's finished now.
it's finished now. So if you guys haven't seen that, go watch some replays on YouTube. Wayne is probably the strongest guy I know, and we worked out with him multiple times. And Jackson and I are in the corner just dying. So without further ado, Wayne, if you can unmute yourself and just tell us your story with LifeWave X39 and just your whole journey.
Yeah. So hi everybody. Just want to say thank you for this, Pat and Jackson and Peter. So my whole life I've been a gymnast. Like Pat said, I trained probably 4 hours a day, 5-6 times a week from 7 years old till I was 20. I went to the World Championships, European Championships, have medals for that, representing Great Britain for all them years. And then I ran off with the circus. I joined Cirque du Soleil and I've been in 3 shows. I was also the artistic coach. So I was in charge of the fitness for one of the shows. And on the side, I've been in the fitness industry probably since I was 14. Let's say I would start training people when I was in the gym, my dad's police gym. And I just know myself, I know my body, like, anything. And basically when I started these patches, I'd torn my pectoral. I mean, this is maybe 2 months after I finished doing the Titan Games, which was probably one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. I was doing 10 shows a week, training for the Titan Games, competing on the Titan Games, and then flying back the next day and performing in Las Vegas doing shows. So it was, I put my body through it. I don't know, since I turned 30, I feel like I've had a list of problems. I've torn both biceps, I tore my pec. It's a battle with yourself to try and stay in shape to be able to perform 10 shows a week, 470 shows a year. So again, I'm just like, my day is focusing on myself, feeling my body, knowing my body, so I'd be able to perform at 100% every night. Going on to the X39, I had a torn pec. I was a little bit skeptical, let's say, but my dad, Pat gave my dad some, and my dad was taking them. My dad's the most unskeptical person in the world. Like, he doesn't, he's like, well, I just try. And he said to me, he's not peeing as much, which, I was like, he's an older man, he has prostate problems. And I was like, wow, this is, I'm going to really try it this time. So I got in touch with Jackson and Pat, and I was like, I want to do it properly. And then I started day 5. In them 5 days, my energy, I mean, I'm very motivated anyway, but I just had this, like, this new pre-workout mind. Like, when you take pre-workout, you just that. I didn't have to take any pre-workout. I was just in the gym focused. It took me probably 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and I was lifting again on my pec, like weights that I would be able to do before I tore it. So it was amazing. I felt like I was 27 again, or 28, when you can go in the gym and you can do stuff and then the next day you don't feel so bad. Well, that's how I felt. I felt like I was at my prime again, my peak. So the X39, I've been on it now for maybe 3 months. My pec is probably 100%, maybe 95% good. My sleep is actually, I enjoy sleeping. I've got a little boy of 7 years old, and I was a single parent. And one thing you realize once you become a parent, is that you lose your sleep. You never have good quality sleep anymore. It's like you're always like switched on slightly. You never get that deep sleep. And being an athlete, you need that deep sleep to recover, and now I'm enjoying sleep. I wake up and I'm like, I want to go back to that dream. I'm having these crazy deep dreams like a movie, and I love it. So my sleep's improved, which I know is then great for my recovery. Especially, I'm training 3-4 hours a day, every day. Even though we're not doing shows right now, I'm trying to get my body the best it's ever been to go back to work, so I can do another couple years of 470 shows a year. So X39, I'm loving it. My nails grow back fast, which is funny because I bite my nails. I've been doing it since I was a kid, and I've never been able to stop. But now I'm actually seeing my nails grow, so maybe I can stop long enough to actually have nails for once. Katarina will tell you more how annoying that is, and she always tells me to stop doing it, which I do. It's just like a nervous thing I have going on, but loving it. I like going in the gym. I like feeling like I'm young again. I mean, not like I'm old, but I've put my body through the ringer. You know, I've multiple years of just hard work on the body. So I'm glad that I'm using this, and I highly recommend it. And I've got a lot of my family have great stories around me. So just want to say thank you to you guys, and thank you to Liveway for giving us this opportunity to feel young again. So,
mate, that was epic. Yeah, by the way, just don't want to interrupt, but this is obviously this morning. We had our webinar this morning with Wayne's brother that's left leg above knee amputee and suffered from phantom pain, you know. So I don't know if you know what that is, but it's pretty hardcore. And, you know, we're lucky in that. I'm just saying, we're also helping him as well as Wayne. But Wayne, I've got a couple of questions, buddy, if that's all right.
Yeah.
So I've known, you know, you're one of my good friends, and I know how much you put your body through the most craziest thing. Like, no one on here understands until you meet Wayne and what he does. It's phenomenal. But I know that you tore your bicep, and I know that you were doing a bunch of things to get that right. Tell us what the X39 has done for you in that journey.
Yeah, so I tore one bicep pretty bad. I had to have 6 weeks out the show, and it never fully healed. And I was going back, and basically I have to bicep curl Cat or whoever I've been working with onto my head. So it's like 100-pound bicep curl, which, I mean, is fine if you're fresh, but this is the last trick in our routine. And sometimes, obviously, doing 10 times a week, you're tired. So I've had issue with that bicep for maybe 3 or 4 years. No word of a lie. Like, it just hasn't been. I've not been able to do a heavy bicep curl like I want to, or train biceps like I would like to for a long time, because I know it will aggravate it, and then I can't work or I can't work out. So like I said in the beginning, I know my body, and I've had to learn the hard way sometimes, which we all have to learn the hard way, of what we can do and how far we can push it. So being on this X39, my pec was a big problem, but now both biceps. Like today, I'm playing football with my son, and I gave him a little challenge. Like, whoever loses has to climb the rope. I have a 16-foot rope in my backyard, and I lost. You know, typical. My son's outgrown me already. I had to climb the rope. There's no way I could have ever done that before with both my biceps being so bad. So I'm loving the fact that I can do stuff like that again. Like, I've literally had me in pain, tears. So I'm really thankful for having my biceps back, let's say. Still there?
Yes, that's amazing, mate. Have you noticed anything apart from, I know that you're sleeping incredibly well now, you're dreaming.
Yeah.
Can you tell me your focus levels? I know that you mentioned earlier, like, you know, I know that you do your workout with, you know, you do a workout program. Can you talk about that and how, you know?
Yeah, so I mean, when COVID happened, I decided to do workouts for everybody that don't have equipment and gyms at home. So me and Kat, actually, we teach online classes. So it's been, I mean, we just traveled around Europe, and we've been getting up and doing these classes. I mean, energy's next level. And I mean, I've always taken coffee or some kind of, you know, pre-workout, but I don't need it anymore. I still do it sometimes, but like, I love just being like, just focused and doing these workouts. I mean, we do it daily, and it's intense, you know. I mean, you guys have tried it, both you and Pat, and, you know, it's something that is a great workout, but sometimes you're not feeling it. But I've honestly not been that negative. And once I'm starting, my focus goes, I'm just like, boom, I love it. And, you know, I'm helping people as well. So that's great.
Amazing. Pat, have you got any questions?
No, I think he said everything. He's super excited. If you guys notice, he's just like, I got this. So I actually do have one question. Wayne, how, like, our bodies heal differently. So how long did it take for you again, if you don't mind me asking again? How long did it take for like a significant like benefit to kind of, for you to realize?
Say that the first week I could feel like I said, I know myself, and the first week I knew, because I was doing a lot of push-ups in my workout class, that I was like favoring one side, you know. I mean, I started to be able to be even, you know, and that's another thing as well. It's about being balanced. And as an athlete that's obviously doing a lot of repetitive stuff, is staying balanced. So I was trying to compensate, let's say, just because I was had to for my class, and then I started to feel that. So then I started to cleverly. I was very patient about it, because I know that if you're not, it's not a miracle. It's not like you wake up and it's healed. I know it's a process, but I was healing again, like I was as a gymnast. You know, I felt like I was getting better and stronger, and I could definitely go. Whereas before that, especially with my biceps, being torn for like 3 years and not getting any better. Like they were stuck at this point where, you know, I had pain constantly and I couldn't push it. So knowing that, you know, that I was getting stronger and faster, it took me probably like I think it's like 2 weeks, 3 weeks till I started lifting weights again that, you know, you guys would struggle on, which, you know, for me used to be, you know, fairly easy. So and then after that, now I'm actually hitting weights that I used to be able to do consistently. So now I'm feeling it, and I mean, it's still a process, you know. I mean, it's still not like that, which, you know, I understand, but at least there's, you know, I can see the top of the hill. You know, I'm working for it.
Yeah.
So
you're recovering. You're recovering basically. So,
I'm recovering, which is great. You know.
Yeah. So if you didn't find, if I didn't bring this to you, what would you have been doing to operate for like the long term?
Honestly, I would be compensating enough to be able to get surgery. And in our profession, would have probably
so basically saying
me at the show, like I mean, I was talking to Kat about we gotta figure a way how I can go back to work and work at least for a couple months until we, you know.
Yeah.
I would.
No,
I
I
didn't
get
think it was going to heal,
you,
especially my biceps. I didn't think I would be back to be able to perform again. Like what we were doing before. I was thinking about doing what I needed.
All right. So just to sum that up for everyone,
I was planning for plan B, which was figuring a way around it.
All right, Wayne. So I just want to sum it up for everyone.
I was just saying that I was looking at.
Wait. Let me recap.
My son's.
Let me recap it for everybody. I know he was breaking up. He's basically saying, because me, Jackson, Wayne, Kat, we do shows 10 times a week. So if you're out, if you're injured, if you're on, you know, have to get surgery, you're out of work. So that's our livelihood. So I just wanted to sum that up for Wayne. I just want to say thanks, Wayne. Jackson, I think